So you just see, most of we are very familiar with the Windows operating system, but this Cadence will work in the Linux environment, and the Cadence server is there in our college, and that server is also in Linux environment. But whatever our system is in, already all the systems are working in Windows environment. So to make the interface between Windows operating system and Linux operating system, we will use this X Manager Enterprise 4 in that X browser. So with the help of this X browser, we'll try to access Linux environment from the Windows environment. So I'm double clicking on that. I'm just maximizing. So you just see here, if your Cadence server in the college is on, means like this it will show. Cadence server will show. If the Cadence server in the college is off, so you won't get this icon. You will show like this links only. No Cadence icon will be shown like this. Will be shown here. XTMCP here. Only shared folder will be there. Cadence folder won't be there if the Cadence server is not on in the college. So as icon is there, means Cadence server is on in the college. So I will connect from the Windows to the Linux environment. So we will give some usernames and passwords for each login. So with the help of that only, you can able to log into the server. So I am logging it with my username and password. So ignore this authentication. So this is the, now I logged into my Cadence server. Our college Cadence server. You see, in this every account, every Linux account will have this folder like this yellow folder, student name dot tar dot gz. So right click on this, extract here. So we created some folders. You just see here, no name folder 2 came. So I will rename it after I extracted here. This folder I got from this tar.gz. I will rename this with your USN. You need to rename with this your USN. So inside what are all there? We made the design flow easier. We created analog folder. Anyhow, in this it is blank only. And for a digital design, some standard procedure has to be followed. What are all needed for that, we already prepared and kept in that. So it is good practice that you will follow whatever I am telling. So now as I am going for the analog design only, I will only focus on analog design only. I will see this later. So but when you are creating, when you are entering first time, you need to do whatever the procedure I am telling. So I will right click on this again and open in the terminal. I think you can able to see the terminal. I don't need to maximize as else I will even more maximize it. I think you can able to see here. Now you type here. Once you properly open, you need to see your account here. Generally, instead of my name, student account name will be there at the rate of Cadence. You need to run all your analog files in the analog folder. So analog dollar symbol will be there. So after that, you need to type virtuoso space and. So you type this and press enter. So this will opens your Cadence software. Once it is open, two windows will be popped up, right? You seeing this is what's new in the, this is the overview window. You no need of this window. I am directly closing this window. As I told you, CDS log is very important. I need this. I am maximizing this. Your first time, right? So you need to create now library, right? First you need to create the library before working on any circuit in this Cadence lab. So to create the library, we'll go file, new, library. So give the library name as USN only, USN, and select attach to an existing technology library. Then click OK. After clicking OK, it is asking to select technology library. What you are working in, the which technology you are working in? You are working in ZPDK 180. So you need to select ZPDK 180, select the technology library and click OK. So once it is the 180 nanometer properly loaded, you will get a square box like this. You will get a square box like this. So if you are getting a square box like this, means your 180 nanometer technology properly incorporated under your user defined library. Fine. So I created library now. Whether my library is there or not, if you want to see, so we just go to the library manage tools, library manager. We just see here. So what are all there in the library manager? We just see there are 3 windows for there, right? So these are all what are the libraries are there in this tool will be shown. So rest of all are predefined libraries. So this USN, this is your user defined library by created by the user. So what are all there in this library, USN library will be shown in the cell. What are all there in the cell will be shown in the view. So let us select 180 nanometer, GPDK 180. This what are all there? These are all there. I want NMOS. NMOS is the cell. For that regarding NMOS, what are all there? ADSV is there, LVS is there, cell is there, layout is there, spectra is there, symbol. We need mainly for NMOS, symbol you need, that is only enough because we are working in inverter. So you need symbol. So let us select these are all there regarding the NMOS. Uh, yeah. Now you properly incorporated your 180 nanometer technology. So now you properly created library. So under that library you need to work, right. I need to create a schematic for inverter. So for that I need to go once again, file, new. What I am doing now, I want to open a schematic window. I already created a library window. Now I want to create a schematic window. So for that, file, new, cell view. To go for cell view. So give the cell name as inverter. Give the cell name as inverter. So click OK. So this will create a schematic window. So this is the whatever the black and dots were there, black color and dots were there. That is your edit window in the Cadence. This is the schematic window. So in this your circuit you need to connect your circuit. So it is good practice, instead of using whatever the options are there here, launch, file, edit, view, create, check, instead of directly using these windows, it is good practice in the Cadence to use the keyboard shortcuts. So in the beginning lecture I will show both, but afterwards I will use the keyboard shortcuts only. Try to adapt to the keyboard shortcuts. So first I want to connect here PMOS and NMOS, right. I want to connect inverter circuit. For that I need NMOS and PMOS. For that you need to go create instance shortcut is I, instance. Where NMOS and PMOS will be there, you need to know that. Where NMOS PMOS will be there, in which library? Yeah, it is there in 180 nanometer GPDK 180. So I need to select NMOS symbol, double click here, automatically that NMOS edit window will come. We just hide it and bring it here. I think it is visible, or else I zoom it more.
Zoom it, sir.
Yeah, do you find? So I see, we just always see here whatever is associated with the cursor, that will be shown here. So already I selected one NMOS. I don't want more than already with your mouse NMOS is there. So if you want to remove that, you just press escape in the keyboard so that it will go away. So what else you want? You want PMOS also, right? Again create instance. You can simply type here PMOS, or else again go browse. So in here you just select where is PMOS is there. PMOS symbol, double click it. First I don't want to concentrate on the settings. I am concentrating on the tool flow. So I'll connect PMOS. Okay. So I don't want more than one. So I'm removing it. So this I need to connect properly, right? I'm connecting the inverter circuit. Please just have a look. I need now to connect from here to here. I need wire. I am press W in the keyboard. So wire I got. You just observe the cursor. You just observe the cursor. So nothing is there with the cursor. I'm just pressing W. You just see how the cursor is changing. How the cursor is changing. If I press escape, it will go away. It will go away. So W I am pressing. So you just this yellow mark. You need to click with the help of mouse click. Click and release. Click and release. So automatically like that wire will come. Click and release. Don't click and hold. Click and release. Once click and release, like this, you'll get a wire. Try to stop here in the again yellow box only, and again click, so that connection will be established between these two. The same way I am moving with the help of keyboard up and down arrow like this, above and below. So with the help of keyboard W again. So like this, if you want turn, again click here, like this turn will take automatically. Click and release. Don't click and hold. Click and now again I want turn here. Again click, it will take turn, and again click, connection will end. And again I want common input to be applied here. I am clicking here, release. So still something is there. This has to be go away. I am keep pressing escape. Again I want connection here, pressing W, so that it will establish a bus. Click OK and escape. So this is only our circuit, right? But to access each and every terminals, you need some pins, right? As you know, any of the circuit can be accessible with the help of pins only, right? So for the pins to connect, I will go for again create. You just see pin P. P is the keyboard shortcut. Pin. So pin name what you want? First I want input V in. I'll give you input V in. Direction is input. Hide. You just see again this yellow one has to be properly brought here and has to connect. So that proper connection will establish. And now I want VDD, and this is ground, and this is output. So you can do like this also. More than one inputs are there, separated by a space. VDD and ground. So first I given VDD. So I'll first VDD will come. But I want to be VDD to be top right. You will use keyboard shortcut R and connect. Same way, next will ground will come. See ground. Now I want output. So V out I put it. Let us say I didn't change. Actually, you need to change here to output. Let us say in hurry you just connected as a input only. So means you need to connect always this dot like this. Now you don't try to understand if the Vout name is coming on the wire, means this pin is input. Like that you can detect, or later when you are executing also you can able to find out. But you just see the names has to be always outside. So how I can change this pin to again output? I can select that. If you select, like if you click on that, it like this blue will come. You right click, properties, or Q. Press a keyboard shortcut Q, properties. Here you change output, your Vout pin to output. Click OK. So now you just try to see the name will be not there on the wire, means that is proper. This is properly output. This is only your circuit, right? Still any connections are pending? Anybody have any guesses? Still substrate is there, right? Substrate I didn't connected only. So you just see, this is NMOS substrate. Where I need to connect? I need to connect here, or where I need to connect? I need to connect
Ground.
to the source. Source, this is only source, right? NMOS source is below. Same way, substrate, where I need to connect? To the source. PMOS source, you just see the current direction between source and gate only. So like this I need to connect. So this is the complete my inverter circuit, right? Once circuit is complete, then this is check and save. Okay, what is happening? What any errors are there? To see that, I need to again go for your CDS log window. You see here, see the CDS log window, not a schematic check completed with no errors. This has to come. Once this came, you need to create for the schematic symbol. So to create a symbol for this, you need to go for create cell view from cell view. So automatically it will be under which library? USN library. But remember, don't change anything for the your symbol. You just see view name is symbol. Don't change anything. Click OK. Only thing is you need to which direction you want. So you want input to be like how your circuit is there, like that only you want in the symbol, right? So that's why left pin will be, I will only put VIN. So I will remove these pins. VIN only I want in the left side. Anyhow, VOT will be right side. Top side what will be there? VDD, right? I want on top VDD. So VDD only. I want in the bottom of my symbol so that it will looks like your circuit only. Symbol is a concise form of your circuit. So I want bottom pin ground. So click OK. So it will automatically create a symbol like this. So just check and save. Which symbol will be automatically created. If you want what are all these names? So these are the names of your symbol. You just see VIN, VDD, Vout, and run. And you just see this is the outer boundary of your symbol. Whenever you are connecting your symbol in any circuit, no components has to come this region, in this region. So the components connected to this symbol has to. So there are two boundaries, right? This is the outer boundary. This is the inner boundary. So it has to be always, the connected component always has to be away from the outer boundary. It cannot come in between inner boundary and outer boundary. Any component cannot come in between these two boundaries. The connected components has to be after this outer boundary only. So once it is done, just close this. Okay. Now your circuit created. Now you need to check your circuit, right? So for that, what you need to do? You need to go for one more schematic window, right? So one more schematic window, how will go? In the CDS log only. So again, for one more schematic window, file, new, cell view. Now we are creating what you are doing in one more schematic, that is schematic 2. What you are doing is testing of your inverter, right? So give the name of that second schematic as inverter underscore test. Click OK. So once you click OK, so one more schematic window will open. So you just see inverter. This inverter is your actual schematic. This is your testing your inverter. So in this, what you need to connect? You need to connect your schematic symbol, right? So again, you need your symbol. So again, I'm going to instance your symbol, where your symbol will be. Your created circuit symbol will be where? In which library it will be? Your user defined library. So that is inverter. So inverter circuit, right? This is your circuit, right? So this inverter circuit symbol is this. As you already created, that's why it is showing. If you not created, it won't show there. So this is your circuit symbol. You see outer boundary. So you need to connect the components away from this outer boundary. Now what all I need? So as you know, inverter has to apply 1 and 0. For that, I will select the pulse source. Means square wave source I will connect. I will select. So where that voltage source and all will be there in the analog library. Analog lib. Analog lib. So V pulse. V pulse symbol. Double click on it. Automatically V pulse will come. Hide. Just bring it here. I want to apply the V pulse as input to my inverter. So that's why V pulse I brought here. Actually, I want to give VDD, right? Again, same. I pressed. I want VDC. VDC, come here and type here VDC. VDC symbol, double click. So DC voltage I am mentioning here only. Instead, I am mentioning later. You can mention later also. And please note, you don't need to mention any units. I typed here. I click somewhere. Automatically units will come. You don't need to type any parameter units. Automatically units will come. So this DC supply is at maximum I need to apply 1.8 volts here, right? You remember that, I guess. So I am rotating this with the help of keyboard shortcut R. Fine. Now I need grounds, right? I need ground now. So again, I'll go for analog library only, browse, ground. Right? I want one ground here. I want one ground here. I want one more ground here. You see, these components are away from the outer boundary. So fine. For safety, I'm connecting like this. So connecting the circuit. And anyhow, to see the output, I need some pin. Again, I will take some pin. Vout, same Vout only. Don't change the names so that no confusion later. As output is Vout, so I will take the pin also output Vout only. So this is the circuit. First check and save. Any errors were there? I have to go for CDS log, right? Schematic check. Inverter underscore test completed with no errors. But I need to put some settings, right? Here VPulse I didn't put any settings. So I'll go to settings. DC voltage will be 1.8. I need pulse, right? So amplitude one is 0. This one is 1.8 volts. I will put. Period. It is up to you. I will generally use 60 nano. Automatic 60 nano automatically. Seconds will automatically come. Rise time 10 picoseconds I will give. Fall time 10 picoseconds I will give. Pulse width always try to give half of the period. So 30 nanoseconds. Rest of the things you don't need to touch. DC magnitude, all those things no need to touch. 1.8 volts is enough. DC voltage. So click OK. So now check and save again. Now we need to check the circuit now. Check. Anyhow, no errors. So for checking the circuit, now in this schematic window, only you need to there is inverter underscore test. This is inverter underscore test. You need to launch ADEL. ADL. This will be used to simulate your design. This is the ADE window. I'm maximizing this window. So here, what all analysis need to be done? You need to add. So analysis, under analysis, choose. First, I will select the transient analysis. Transient analysis. Stop time. As I given 60 nanometer as a time period, I'll try to see for at least 3 cycles. So 60 multiplied by 3, 180 nanoseconds, right? So I'll give some 200, or if you want to see for 5 cycles, let us say. So 60 into 5, it all depends on your time period. If you want to see only 1 cycle, that's more than enough. So how many cycles you want, those like that you give. As I given the time period 60 nanoseconds, I'll try to give, I want to see 5 cycles. So that's why I'm giving 300 nano. Select moderate. This is enabled. Click OK. So this is automatically added here. Again, one more analysis. Choose. This is DC analysis. Say operating point. Hysteresis speed. Component parameter. You have to select the component in your design. Select the component. What is the component that you are selecting? This is only the variable, right? If you select this, like this will come. You have to select first one, DC, VDC, DC voltage, which need to be varied. Okay, which need to be varied is that I already selected. Click OK. Go to the analysis. So it is automatically coming like this here. You know, parameter is DC. So the sweep frame will be from where to where that voltage has to be changed, from 0 to, as 1.5, 1.8 is the maximum. I'll try to see till 2.5. It is a good practice to give more than your operating voltage. The rest of things are all automatic. Click OK. Automatically it is. So what analysis is selected there? What outputs need to be selected? Outputs to be plotted. Select on the design. What are the outputs to be plotted? I want input to be plotted and output to be plotted. So come and click on the that wire where the input is connected. So here input is connected. I selected input. I want output. So I will select on the output wire. Done. So both were selected. So after these two were selected, you just see. So these are the analysis parameters, transient analysis and DC analysis. In net3 is the input and V out is the output. So I am running now. See netlist and run. This will create your waveform window. This is the waveform window. Let's maximize. So this is the transient analysis. I want input and output separately. So for that to happen, I am selected this. So here you just see this split current strip. So you just see this is your input. This is your output. This is your output. You just see if you apply 1.8 volts, you are getting the microvolts, means almost zero. Almost zero. You just see if you are applying 0 volts, you are getting 1.8 volts. So inverter operation only, right? So you are checking the functionality. As you just, I am maximizing this. So I think you are able to see now. So input is 0, output is 1.8. Input is 1.8 means logic 1. I am getting microvolts means logic 0. Logic 1 if input, logic 0 I am getting. The same way I need to check the DC response. DC response. So here this, with the help of this cards, we can maximize and minimize. So this is your DC response. You just observe here. So put a cursor here and press A in your keyboard. That will give a point. So you just see here. You just see here. These are the transfer characteristics of your inverter, right? But you just see what is the Q point here. That has to be VDD by 2, right? VDD by 2 means 900 millivolts, but 758 millivolts you are getting, right? Means there are some design parameters has to be changed, right? So you got till how is understood. This is your, so to change this, So here whatever the output I am getting, here functionality is fine, but in the DC response I am getting at here not proper. It is not equal to VDD by 2. Q point is not equal to VDD by 2. That is not equal to 900 millivolts. I am getting 759. Means I need to change the design, right? So do you want to save the current state? Say yes. Click OK. Save the current state so that you don't need to again and again give this. So your design changes you cannot do in here. You can do only here. And please observe, length will be 180 nanometer, length will be 100 nanometer, but width has to be different, right? So if NMOS width is 2 micro, my PMOS width has to be equal to more than 2 micro means that is 4 micro. But for good output, I am considering that as 7. So total width of my PMOS will be 7 micro. Okay, click OK. Now check and save so that your design is changed. Now again go launch ADEL. Now you don't need to give a previous analysis on parameters. You can load it. So session load state already you saved previously. It will automatically save. So already previously whatever the settings I given is loaded now. Again run. Maximize it using the cards. Particular window you maximize it. Put the cursor here. Press A from the keyboard. You see almost near to 900 millivolts. So 88879 millivolts and 896 millivolts. Almost near to 900 millivolts you got, right? You see you need to get the output 900 millivolts. You are getting 896 millivolts as the output. So almost I am getting fine. So your design is correct. Like this, you will check your design. So with this simulation is over. Now if you want to go for layout, you need to go. Now testing is done. So you no need of this inverter test file. Once your test is your design is properly tested, now you need to go for layout. You need to go layout from this schematic window only. We'll see the layout in the next class.